Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel, I hope. Everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Golden Bachelor, Matt James, Mom Talks Going Home. The Golden Bachelor started last week, and a familiar face walked out of one of the limos. Former Bachelor Matt James' mom was a contestant this season on the show. However, it seems things didn't play out as well for her as they did for her son. Keep reading to learn more about Patty James' journey and what she has to say about it. Patty James on The Golden Bachelor. Fans got pretty excited when they found out that former Bachelor Matt James' mom would be on The Golden Bachelor this season. However, her journey to find love was cut pretty short when she didn't get a rose after night one. This made her one of the 6 women Jerry Turner had to send home already. However, it seems she has moved on and isn't too upset about how things played out. The star shared a photo of herself getting ready for night one. In the caption, she writes her thoughts about how everything played out. "It wasn't meant to be. God has planned for me and you," she writes. Of course, fans filled her comments with love. Even her son, Matt James, joined in writing, "He sure does." It seems that several agree with Matt as his comment on the post has 89 likes. What comes next? While it seems Patty has no problems letting her Golden Bachelor journey go, others have another idea. Several fans ran to her comments to beg ABC to make her the first Golden Bachelorette. It seems her time around the Bachelor Nation community has gotten her quite the strong fan club. Patty, if you are open for it, I'm gonna start making some noise for Patty as Bachelorette. You are pure gold. You looked fab, and the plan is you will be the first Golden Bachelorette. ABC, please make it happen. Next Platinum Bachelorette. Right, everyone? It seems her fan club is so strong. In fact, some only tuned in to the Golden Bachelor so they could see her on the show. You looked absolutely stunning. You should be the next Golden Bachelorette. One Instagram user starts, "I don't even want to watch anymore. I was so excited to watch because you were going to be on. I haven't watched Bachelor/Bachelorette since at Matt James' 919 season. No matter what, God has an even better plan for you." When Patty Cucolo James sashayed into the rose-tinted world of the Golden Bachelor, fans immediately perked up. As the elegant and composed mother of former Bachelor Matt James, Patty brought her signature poise, wit, and "don't mess with me" energy. But now that her time on the show has ended, Patty is breaking her silence, and trust us, she's got plenty to say about going home, the drama behind the scenes, and what she learned about love at 70, roses, regret, and revelation. "I didn't go home heartbroken," Patty said with a small smile, sitting comfortably in a floral armchair at her North Carolina home. "But I did go home with a heavy heart and a full journal." For Patty, being on The Golden Bachelor wasn't about fame or rekindling TV glory. "I didn't sign up for the cameras. I signed up because, for once in my life, I wanted someone else to plan the date," she laughed. "But I learned quickly that this wasn't about dinner and candlelight. It was about survival. The first few days in the mansion were, as she put it, like being in a sorority house for mature women with better skincare routines and stronger opinions." Patty was quick to make friends, but also quick to spot the show's emotional intensity. Every conversation was a monologue disguised as a moment, she joked. Everyone was trying to prove they had the biggest heart, the deepest scars, the most butterflies. A connection lost or dodged? Though Patty had a few gentle chats with Jerry Turner, the charming Golden Bachelor himself, their connection didn't spark into something deeper. He was lovely, polished, the kind of man who knows where to place the dessert fork, she said. But there was no cosmic click. "I didn't feel the universe whispering, 'This is your guy,' and I've learned to wait for the whisper." But according to Patty, it wasn't just about lacking chemistry. It was also about timing, and perhaps a little reality show fatigue. "There were moments when I felt like I was auditioning for a romantic role that wasn't written for me," she admitted. "I wasn't going to cry on cue, or pretend a glance meant forever. That's not how I do love. Still, Patty doesn't harbor any hard feelings toward Jerry. In fact, she offered some insight into the pressures he faced. I think Jerry had too many strong women and not enough time. And sometimes, when that happens, you end up choosing the loudest story instead of the quietest truth. The goodbye we didn't see. Patty's departure from The Golden Bachelor wasn't dramatic, but it was emotional. They didn't air everything, she revealed. There was a moment I had alone in the garden, barefoot on the dew-covered grass. I remember thinking, I may be leaving the show, but I'm stepping into a chapter that still has pages left. That quiet moment of reflection, she says, was more romantic than any staged hot tub scene. Leaving didn't feel like failure. It felt like honoring myself. When asked if she saw any behind-the-scenes drama, Patty smiled cryptically. Let's just say the mansion runs on rosé, whispers, and very little sleep. There were cliques, and there were tears. But I was there to find love, not lose my sanity. Life after the limelight. Since returning home, Patty says her phone hasn't stopped buzzing. I've had old friends reaching out, neighbors leaving flowers, and, believe it or not, a few eligible bachelors sliding into my DMs. She chuckled. I had no idea there was a Silver Fox section on Instagram. But don't expect her to jump into another dating show. I think I'll keep my next love story off camera. Maybe just dinner at a nice seafood restaurant, no producers hiding in the bushes. As for her son, Matt James, the former bachelor himself, Patty says he's been her biggest cheerleader. Matt was proud of me. He said, Mom, you were real. You didn't fake it. You didn't force anything. And honestly, that means more to me than any rose. Lessons in late life love. Looking back, Patty says the experience taught her what she really wants. I want companionship, but I also want peace. I want someone who understands that love can be quiet, like sitting on a porch with coffee and watching the birds. I don't need fireworks. I've already lived a life full of fire. She also has advice for other women her age. It's never too late to be curious, to take a risk, to try something silly, wild, or brave, even if that means wearing sequins in front of a national audience at 70. Patty says her idea of romance has changed over the years. When I was young, it was all about passion. Then came practicality. Now I want presence. I want someone who can sit with me in silence and still make my heart feel full. One last rose? Would Patty ever consider returning for a Golden Bachelor spinoff? Say, The Golden Baccalaureate. I won't say no, she teased. But if I do, the first date better be a walk on the beach. Barefoot. Real. And no camera crew allowed on the sand. For now, she's content with her garden, her journal, and the soft hum of possibility. Love might not have found me in the mansion, she said, but it's still out there. Maybe around the corner, maybe at the grocery store, maybe in the reflection I see when I look in the mirror. With a knowing smile, Patty picked up her tea and added, the rose I needed. I gave it to myself. And just like that, Matt James' mom reminded the world why she's still the queen of quiet strength and graceful exits. One last rose? Would Patty ever consider returning for a Golden Bachelor spinoff, say, The Golden Baccalaureate? I won't say no, she teased. But if I do, the first date better be a walk on the beach. Barefoot. Real. And no camera crew allowed on the sand. For now, she's content with her garden, her journal, and the soft hum of possibility. Love might not have found me in the mansion, she said, but it's still out there, maybe around the corner, maybe at the grocery store, maybe in the reflection I see when I look in the mirror. With a knowing smile, Patty picked up her tea and added, the rose I needed. I gave it to myself. And just like that, Matt James' mom reminded the world why she's still the queen of quiet strength and graceful exits.